Today is our first proper day in Calico, and I want to start things off right by tidying around town a little bit. While I was wandering around town, I found 1, 2, 3, and 4 fossils, plus a pitfall which I should probably put somewhere safe. While on my way to do that, I was very politely interrupted by what must be a Canadian voice. After some searching, I found the source of the voice, which I believe to be an imported Canadian lamp that talks. I'll just take it with me for now and get back to what I was doing. For those of you who don't know, there's actually a pretty easy way to deal with pitfalls in your town. Just find one, dig it up, and then bury it again in a secluded spot. I usually place it in one of the 4 corners of my town. If you rebury it, no other pitfalls will spawn. It also appears we have a new villager moving in, Paula, who's an Uchi bear, I believe? Now, this kind of ruined some of the planning I had going on. I promise all these designs on the ground are there on purpose. I haven't lost it just yet. I have blue paths for where I want our eventual paths to go, green paths to show where I want villager houses to go, and yellow paths to prevent villagers from moving into spaces that I don't want. If this seems kind of new to you, this is called path plot resetting, and I'm gonna say I also have a whole video dedicated to it explaining the concept, and I'm gonna link that down below for you guys. It turns out I didn't donate the fossils and bugs I found yesterday, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. I'd also like to mention now that during this Let's Play, I'm gonna be using an app called Planner for AC:NL to help me keep track of which collectibles I've already donated. Since we didn't have any duplicates, I guess we won't be making any money this way today. Stopping off at Knox Homes, he says that he can build me a house if I give him a down payment of 10,000 bells, which I just so happen to have on me, so yay, house tomorrow. I decided to head back to my tent to see what this Canadian lamp is all about. It turns out our disembodied Canadian voice is actually a ghost named Wisp, and he can grant wishes. I figure now might be a good time to try to scan in our very first cat villager. However, apparently because there's a fishing tourney happening today in town, he can't get this villager to move in. Oh well, I guess we'll have to wait until next time. Up bright and early today, and I figure it's time to get some actual mayor business done. I head to the town hall, and Isabel is ready and waiting to tell me about the town development permit. I have to earn a 100% approval rating before I can officially begin changing things here. We're sitting at 31% at the moment. My first order of business is the town flag. I have to admit, I think this flag looked better when I was planning it out on my computer, so if you guys have any suggestions to make it look better, feel free to comment down below. I don't think I told you guys about the origins of the name Calico last episode, did I? I've been planning out a cat town for pretty much the last month, and I was kind of stuck on the name. I had so many ideas, but I didn't really like any of them. So anyway, I was sitting at my desk brainstorming town names when one of my cats, Kiara, jumped up on my desk and sat down on the paper I was writing on. You know, at first I was a little bit annoyed, but then it kind of hit me that I usually call her Calico rather than her actual name, because she is a calico cat, and that name would fit perfectly. And I guess my idea for the town flag also kind of came from her. I'm gonna put a picture on screen somewhere of her, so that you guys can see the inspiration for the town itself, I guess. Moving on, let's work on the town tune a little bit. Now, I have to say ahead of time, I did not create this. I found this online, and I'm gonna link it down below, of course. The theme is Everybody Wants to Be a Cat from the Aristocats, because that is an excellent movie. I don't really like the sound of it when it's being played in the town tune maker, but I do think it sounds nice with Isabel. Again, if you guys have any suggestions on how to change the tune to make it sound a little bit more like the original, please do let me know. I am awful with this kind of stuff. At the moment, we've only raised the approval rating to 37%, and Isabel is suggesting chatting with the villagers, so I guess I'll go ahead and... Oh. Well, isn't that lovely? Let this be a lesson for anyone plot resetting out there. Always remember to check with a second character before actually playing. I think I probably left a spot open by accident. You know, I think for my house I might actually end up using the ranch furniture set. I was really tempted to use Alpine again, which, as you guys probably know, is probably, I think, my favorite furniture set ever in any Animal Crossing game. But the ranch set can look really nice when it's refurbished. I guess we'll have to see. Let's head back to my house to put this down. Oh, you know what we could do? Let's scan in that villager from the other day. And the villager is... actually not Bob. I had so many people guessing that, but it's actually Kitty. She's cute, she's sassy, and she is officially the first proper villager in Calico. She's moving in tomorrow, so I'm gonna have to make sure that there aren't any spaces open for her to move into another bad spot. I plot reset to make sure Kitty went into the right place. I'm not too picky where villagers go exactly, so long as they choose one of the spots I have planned out. We also have Eloise fully in today, and while I'm still a bit miffed about her moving into a bad spot, I've never actually really had elephant villagers before, so I want to get to know her a bit. I think our main focus today should be getting our approval rating to 100%. And before anyone asks, I know, the cat ears are adorable. I've started to organize the flowers in town in order to breed them for hybrid colors. If I'm actually really honest, I'm a little bit overwhelmed by all of them since I haven't done a town with all the flowers in a while. I found a massive fish near my house that turned out to be the pike. I had better go donate this before anyone asks for it since I really hate saying no to my villagers. Another thing I should really remember to do is cover up my plot resetting space. I wouldn't want a villager to move up there. I stopped by Eloise's house on the way back, but she seems pretty busy with unpacking, so I'll leave her to it. I want to get to know my villagers a little bit better, and Hugh asked to come over, so that actually works out perfectly. Unfortunately, he can't take the hint to leave after he's overstayed his welcome, but he's better than some other villagers I've met. Savannah asked me for a fish, so I head down to the beach. Now, this is gonna really bug me, but I really need to catch a duplicate fish for her. I hate catching something and not giving it into the museum right away because I'm worried I'm gonna forget about it. I end up catching quite a lot and even found a duplicate for her. Back to the museum we go. I'm kind of focusing on dailies as well at the moment, so I end up finding all the fossils, which means another trip to the museum. I stopped by Knox Homes on the way back to town, and he gives me the total for my new home. 39,800 bells isn't really anything to sniff at, but I'm sure we'll have it paid off in no time. I also take the time to stop by the Able sisters and speak to Sable, since she seems nice. I finally decide to get to work and swing by the town hall. Isabel tells me that my approval rating is 88%, which isn't half bad. She suggests fishing of garbage and donating anything needed to the museum. Blathers is going to be so grumpy later. After a while of fishing, I head back to check on the rating, and we're sitting at 95%, which is so close. To give that final push, I head back out and water all the flowers around town, chat with the villagers and help them out, and of course, I do some more fishing, but in the river this time. And you know what that means. Poor Blathers. While helping out the villagers, some of them were nice enough to give me some items. However, I don't think Knox and Savannah know just how much I love the Alpine set. I might need to rethink my house a little bit. Finally, I check in one last time with Isabel, and she confirms that we have reached 100% approval rating. We've had quite the busy morning, so I think I'm gonna take it easy for the rest of the day. I made sure to plot reset even though I didn't scan in anyone yesterday, and sure enough, we have a new move-in, Quilson. While he won't be staying, I am happy he moved into a good place right away. We have a lot to do in Calico today, so right off the bat, I get my dailies out of the way. For future reference, by the way, my dailies include watering flowers, finding fossils, and speaking to any villagers who I see. I wanted to say hello to Kitty, but she doesn't seem to be awake just yet. I head over to the town hall, and our town development permit has been approved, meaning I can actually begin making changes to town. We have the choices between ordinances, which change the overall way Calico is run, and public works projects, which add new features to the town. For the moment, I decide to select the Bell Boom ordinance, since I would like to make some bells before really worrying about how beautiful Calico is. With that out of the way, I head to the train station to let Porter know that we're having guests over, except he won't let me without having a picture on my town pass card. I guess even elected officials can't get a pass here. I go and get my picture taken, and then head back to Porter to get him to open the town gates. I've invited over Anne from Hinamiza, Crystal from Memory, and Pepper from Nowhere to help out with a little bit of a side project. I mentioned cutting down all the trees in Calico and replanting them exactly where I want them in the first episode, and I think I've actually had enough positive feedback to do it. I've decided to stand back near the town tree and let these ladies do their thing. It didn't take as long as I thought it would, but I really can't thank these lovely people enough for coming over and helping me get rid of all the trees. After all, I don't even have an axe yet. They also helped me decide where to put our next public works project, which is much appreciated. Finally, it came time to say goodbye to our friends and get back to business. We had a lot of trees and soon-to-be paths that I need to fill in. Once that was finished, I head back to my house and scan in our next villager, who is Kabuki. He's cranky, and honestly that's about it, but I love his design and I always have had a soft spot for the grumpy ones. Thank goodness for plot resetting. Kabuki did not go into the right place on the first try, so I'm really happy that we had that second attempt, and thankfully he did actually go into the right place on the second try. Isabelle let me know through some kind of alternate dimension that looks nothing like town, seriously, you know, where are we here? That a garden shop had opened up on Main Street. I think today we're going to focus on gardening then. Of course, dailies and villagers always come first. I've started to spread out all the flowers into different sections around town, and since I'm watering them every day because we don't have the beautiful town ordinance, I'm kinda hoping we can get a lot of hybrid flowers this way. Kitty was up earlier today, so I stopped by to introduce myself. I really love her house, and while I don't usually like snooty villagers, I think we're gonna get along just fine. I was also thinking, if you guys have any suggestions for flowers to go around villager houses, let me know. I'm thinking maybe blue pansies and orange roses for around Kitty's house to match the colors. I always try to match the flowers to either the villager themselves or their houses. After dropping off my fossils to the museum, I stopped by Timmy and Tommy's store, and honestly, great selection today, you guys. I then popped next door and introduced myself to Leaf, the owner of the garden store. Seeing as how he sells flowers and tree saplings, I buy out his entire stock. After clearing Calico yesterday, we're gonna need all of this stuff. I also stopped by the Able Sisters, and I think Sable is slowly warming up to me. They also had my glasses, which is great because that means I can finally see again. Heading back towards my house, I start to plan out where I want to plant some trees. I always like the idea of having my native fruit near the entrance of town, my house, and maybe even town hall, so I'm gonna kind of continue that tradition here, but I think I'm gonna space things out a little bit differently. I also decided to plant some peaches near the villager houses, and while I'm not happy that I couldn't get 2 spaces between all of the houses, there is still some symmetry, so I don't really mind. Closer to Town Hall, I decided to plant some of the cherries Isabelle gave me on my first day in Calico. She said that cherry is her hometown native fruit, so I think it would make her feel more at home here in town. Heading back to my house, I decided it's time to call upon our friendly Canadian ghost to help us move in our next villager, who is Lolly. I've never had her before, but I love her design and I think she's going to fit right in. Unfortunately, with Kabuki moving in today, we have 10 villagers already, so Wisp gives me the choice on which villager to move out so Lolly has some room. I had to choose Pippy, as her house is right in the middle of a path and it was actually driving me crazy. Hello there, you guys! Welcome on into Calico, and happy Friday! I hope everyone's having a fantastic Friday thus far. I figured what we could do today, since it is 1 week into Calico, is I'll have a maybe not so updatey-ish, that's not even a word, segment of this video, and then, you know, the rest of it will just be updates. And I hope you guys have been enjoying it so far. Please do for sure let me know down below if you've been enjoying it, how you would change it, all that kind of stuff. And welcome on in, you guys. Let's check our mail. I'm gonna do our dailies first and then we'll get into the meat of the episode. So from Pippy, unfortunately we had to move out Pippy yesterday to make room for Lolly, and I'm a little bit upset about that because I actually had a lot of people saying that Pippy was their favorite and how happy they were to see her in my town, and I'm like, ah, but she's a bunny. So Pippy is gone. I did plot reset in Lolly today. She took 3 attempts. She's beating Kabuki's record of 2. But we did get her into a good place. She actually plotted right beside Kitty, I think. So it's actually really cute. I don't know if snooty and normal villagers tend to get along, but either way, they're really cute together. Savannah also sent us something. Dear Crystal, thanks for finding the time to show me your house. I thought this might look nice with your decor, so I'm sending it with my thanks. I hope you can use it. Oh, is it more alpine? If it is, I swear, Savannah. Oh, so close. And from Quilson, it is his birthday not tomorrow, day after tomorrow. We might be able to make it to that. I'm gonna keep that letter. I still haven't taken the book out of this letter because I never use it. I don't know if there's any use for it, honestly, so I'm just leaving it there for now. But yeah, welcome on in, you guys. Welcome on in. I hope you've all had a fantastic week. Kind Calico is really coming along, I have to say. It's been a very different experience recording and not uploading straight away, or recording and not streaming at the same time, I have to admit. It's been quite a while since I've done an Animal Crossing Let's Play on YouTube. But things have been going well. I really like how the town's progressing. I had a lot of trouble, I'll show you guys later, but I had so much trouble getting a bridge into the right spot, and it was driving me up a wall. I mean, I haven't even put in the bridge yet, but we're gonna do that today. But finding a place for the bridge, you can see this path here is kind of remnants of that. Our hybrids are doing good. We have a decent amount of roses, and we have a couple other ones too, which is cool. I actually, like, I can remember how to get all the different kinds of colors of roses. Could not tell you how to get any of the other flowers, except for maybe like tulips, maybe. So I'm honestly just going around watering every single one of these, which is very different as well, because I am so used to, like, the second I get the chance to put on ordinances, I'm so used to putting down the beautiful town ordinance, so I don't have to water flowers, but that completely missed. This town's gonna be different. This town's gonna be very, very different from anything I've done before. I hope you guys have liked the selection of villagers so far. I'm kind of alternating girl boy, so far, at least. I probably won't be able to do that forever. It's a good thing that all these trees grew. I was a little bit worried about this one right here, but thankfully it did grow in, and this one as well, because it was so close to this edge. But I think as long as there's one square around it all the way, it's probably fine. So yeah, here's Kabuki. He's all moved in. Let's go say hello. Oh my goodness, look at his face. Also, by the way, I just want to point this out, and you guys are not going to be able to unsee this. Up on the top of the screen, I have Kitty, Kabuki, and Lolly. And Kabuki, his pose, it honestly looks like he's gonna be abducted by an alien or something. Like, the others look normal, and he's just, like, worshipping something up in the sky. And I think he might be a new favorite. He's just kind of weird, and I like him. Oh hey, are you local? What's your name? Crystal, is it? Nice to meet you. I'm Kabuki, today's my first day in town. Call me crazy, but there's something different about this place. I think I'm gonna like it here. I think you will as well, buddy. Hopefully. So he's new. I actually think I've had him way back. It probably was my first New Leaf town, honestly, at this point. It was so long ago, I don't really remember him too well. So, hopefully we get along. Savannah, if you guys remember, I moved Pippy out because she was in the middle of a path. Savannah's probably next, although I really like her, so I'm sad to see her go. This is where Kitty plot reset, as I said. Or, sorry, Lolly plot reset, right beside Kitty. It only took 3 tries, so that wasn't too bad. I was expecting it to be a lot worse. And if you've noticed, in Memory, which is my newest beyond this one, Animal Crossing Town, I only stream that one. I upload it to YouTube if you're new here. I have the houses right flush against the path, whereas in this one I've taken people's advice and I've moved it 1 square up, because you cannot put a path right in front of an animal's door. Or a villager's door, I guess I should say. And that bothered some people that it was cutting sections out of my path, so I decided to change things up a little bit. Never done it this way before, but I like it so far. Kitty is also in. Let's go say hi to her. I love her house. I think I mentioned that. But her house is just gorgeous. How sweet of you to visit, Crystal. Was there something you wanted? I want to chat. I can tell you a can I tell you a secret, Crystal? Okay, this is really hard to talk about, but I'm having a bad hair day. I know it probably looks okay to you, but to me it's a total disaster. Do you ever get that feeling? Oh, all the time. So you know exactly how I feel. On days like today, I want to be a rebel and just buzz it all off. Then I can throw away my combs and brushes and products and save myself an hour each morning. Oh, but then I have a good hair day. It's all worth it, don't you think? Of course, it's best not to let a few funky follicles ruin your day. I just think of the old saying. Good hair, bad hair, I'm the one with the activator, and straight iron. I like her. I don't think I've ever seen that villager dialogue before. Okay, so These trees grew in properly as well, which I really like. So in my older towns, what I would do is I'd usually place trees one space apart, but in this town I'm doing something a little bit different, spacing things out a bit more. So a lot of the villager houses are 2 apart, you'll see trees are going to be 2 apart, I'm going to be doing different designs for flowers, so hopefully it all turns out good. Let me just organize this a little bit. I know it doesn't look organized, but I mean literally just putting it into a checkerboard pattern and hoping for hybrids is kind of my strategy at the moment. I didn't put back those roses. Oh well. Just gonna water these really quickly. I really like this blue one, and I think I mentioned as well, I'm thinking about putting this blue one. Oh, maybe her house is kind of, like, it has kind of like a greenish roof, but I was thinking of putting blue and orange over here. I always find it difficult, to pick out colors for villagers who aren't inherently colorful themselves. Like for Kabuki, obviously I'm gonna do red and white, it's very obvious. But Kitty, she's kind of like a brown color. And Lolly too, actually. Lolly might turn into like white and pink though. That might fit her. There we go. It's a little bit of a hassle, I'm not gonna lie, to have to water every day. But I don't really mind in the long run. I'm just checking down here for any fossils. The other good thing about not having, I mean we have some trees now, but getting rid of most of the trees was the fact that I could find fossils super easily. I didn't have to flip my camera up like at all, and that was fantastic. So this is where Pippy lived. Just gonna fill this in nice so that we don't have any accidental move-ins. I also found out that I had a space open behind retail, and I don't know when that opened up. Either way though, I need to fix it, and I shouldn't forget about it. Goodness, what's happening here? Something weird is happening in this square. Oh, no, what? How? How do you even do that, game? There we go, thank you. Much better. There we go. Oh wait a minute, was that Quilson back there? Did I see— oh, there you are. Hi, buddy. You watering flowers? Hey, good to see you. Nice time to go out around, Calico. What is his— ridiculous? Oh my god. I've never had Quilson before, so what can I do for you? Oh, Crystal, you're kind of daring today in your glasses, thank you. Maybe it's because of those black frames, or maybe it's because you're just so daring. I mean, I need them to see, so I don't know about daring, but, you know, I'll take that compliment. I'm not letting you stay. But you can stay for now, because you plotted into a good spot. Still a little bit miffed about Eloise, or however you pronounce her name. I had my plot resetting all set, and then I trusted it, which is something you should never do. If you're plot resetting for the first time, by the way, or in general, always make that second character. Don't just try and go in and assume you covered every square, because everyone makes mistakes. I've made mistakes. Probably one too many times already in this town. I have to say— oh! Hi! What's up, Jay? People in Calico seem kind of set in their ways sometimes, right? I don't want to be like that. I want to mix things up. Ooh. Oh, he's asking to move out? So Crystal— oh, never mind. Okay. Okay, I was just like, it's a little bit early, isn't it, Jay? He wants a greeting. I think I made his catchphrase burb. So I'm probably gonna be really generic. I'm bad at coming up with this stuff without you guys. I always ask you guys on stream. What should I do for this catchphrase or this greeting or what have you. Nicknames even. Now, actually, speaking of villagers, you guys, I have a little bit of a dilemma, and a couple, I guess, keen-eyed people have already noticed my dilemma. So I want to thank them for pointing it out. Also, I thought you were wearing a Luigi shirt, and you're not. I'm a little bit disappointed. Okay, dilemma. I said that I want one of each type of villager, and I'm having an all-cat town. Some keen-eyed people have already noticed. For whatever reason, there are no smug cats in Animal Crossing. Can you believe that? Okay, hands up. Who is a cat owner in here? And who knows that cats are super, super smug. Smug or sassy, generally. So we have a couple options, and I'm gonna give it to you. I'm probably gonna make like a poll, and I'm gonna post a link to it down below so that I can actually get people's responses instead of having to comb through comments. We have 3 options. Option number 1. We can move in a smug villager that is similar to a cat, but not exactly a cat. So I think that there's like 2 lion villagers, I believe. I can't remember their names, but it's an option. Option number 2. Don't have a smug villager. And honestly, I'll probably move in another lazy, because how this happened is that I had Punchy written down for whatever reason as a smug villager. I don't know why. I know that he's lazy, or at least I'm pretty sure he is. So I'd probably end up moving in him, maybe? But now that I've told you guys, I probably wouldn't want to move him in. I'm not sure. Either way. And then option number 3, which I don't know, it's kind of funny, I don't know if people will get it, is move in a smug mouse, and I think Chatter is one of them, and make it a joke. Losing my voice a bit there, sorry, I'm coming down with a bit of a cold. Chatter, if you don't know him, is a mouse that is made of cheese, and I think it'd be funny if a mouse villager moved into a cat town, but none of the cats want to eat him or do anything with him because he is made of cheese and he is not actually a mouse. I thought it'd be funny. People have already pointed out the joke with Isabelle being a dog in an all-cat town, and I like to think that Isabelle has like a pair of cat ears, like the ones I'm wearing almost, just hidden away somewhere. But anyway, I'll leave that up to you guys. I'll post a link down below. Be sure to check it out. Right here. Right here is where Lolly was trying to move in. So I gotta stop that. I don't know how that happened. It may have been kicked up when we were chopping down the trees, which, by the way, what on earth just happened? Oh, I already have them here. Or I could have put it down wrong, but either way, huge shout out to Starcherry and to Pepper for helping me out with the tree cutting. It took almost no time at all compared to what I thought it would take. Mainly because my character doesn't even have an axe yet. We only got the garden center yesterday, so it was a huge, huge help. And of course I brought over my other crystal from memory to help out as well, since we have the golden axe on that character. There we go, now we're finding some fossils. I was a little bit concerned, but I really shouldn't be. There's nowhere for them to hide, honestly. Unless you count, like, back here, maybe. Oop. The other thing I'm noticing, and I think this is just because I'm so used to having the beautiful town ordinance, is how many weeds spawn when you don't have it on. I'm not used to it. There's so many, and I'm just like, ugh, it's gross. I don't want those. Hi, Knox. Nice weather, huh, Crystal? Nice days put me in a nice mood, you know? So you want to talk to me? Only a little bit to go until it's toy day. Even I'm getting a little restless for it to get here. You know, I really just want to... Ooh, okay, cool. I'm going to be writing these guys as villagers, or these guys as toy suggestions, or present suggestions down. I'll probably do that later when I'm editing, though, if I remember. There we go. Getting some... Do I have a... Oh no, I had a black one before, right? I will say, it's kind of refreshing to see all these different kinds of flowers in town. After being so used to seeing, like, just roses or lilies and tulips and roses. Roses definitely are my favorite Animal Crossing flower, which, by the way, question of the day, what is your favorite Animal Crossing flower type? Or, if you don't have one, what flower type would you like to be included in the next Animal Crossing game? I mean, we're only like, what, 3 months away? Give or take? I saw... Oh, there you are. Look at how much our town tree has grown, by the way, in a week. Just saying. That's a lot. Hey, what's up, Crystal? So anyway, did you need something? Oh yeah. Any chance you're gonna see Knox soon? I just saw him. If you are, can you take him something they left here a while back? How about it? Sure. I actually had Paula before. I don't remember which town it was, but it was quite a while ago. And I moved her out because I didn't like her at all, and I think she placed her house right in front of my house, so I didn't like that even more. And just before she left, I decided that I really liked her. And I felt really bad about it. Uh-oh. Did he cross over the bridge? That sounds really, like, dark. He's fine, I promise. Maybe. He might be fine. Maybe he's not. I can't find him. Knox? Hello? Did he go the other way? I saw a fossil over here, so... I guess we'll find him when we find him. I have noticed, and it's kind of funny, my villagers tend to like to congregate all around that one bridge in town. The amount of times they've been trying to have a conversation like right in the middle of the bridge, and they're blocking my way. You wouldn't even believe it, you guys. Oh, let's check out what this is. Tomorrow is the winter solstice, the longest night of the year in Calico. Be careful not to oversleep. That'll be fun. Wait, tomorrow's... Right, tomorrow is Saturday. So I actually will be streaming that, so Memory is going to be able to view that, and you guys are going to hopefully be able to record that. About the days I'm recording. Because I also stream full-time, and I'm also working on a whole bunch of other projects, I'm not necessarily always going to be able to record every single day of the week, for sure. For example, this past week, you might have noticed I skipped Sunday. So, oh, hi Hugh. I'm glad I found you. I've got a hankering to play some hide and seek. Oh, where are you guys gonna hide? Just behind houses, I guess. We don't even have any public works projects yet. Okay, this will be easy. Sorry, on that topic, I feel like when you first start off a town, there's a lot to do, especially when you're plot resetting in villagers, so I'm going to be recording quite a lot at the beginning here. I didn't even hit the A button. Does it go automatically? That's cool if it does. Anyway, so at the beginning, definitely going to be recording a lot. When we progress further into the series and there's less to do day by day, I'm going to be kind of limiting what days I film, but we'll get there when we get there. Okay, so Hugh, Knox, and Jay. Which, by the way, Knox is a villager I've always wanted. I think it's Klaus, Knox, and Sterling all together because they're really cool. But it's a little bit of a hassle to get all of them, so... Unless you have the Amiibo cards, which, by the way, I should mention, every single villager who I'm moving in are Amiibo card villagers that I have. I wonder if they'll only hide behind fully grown trees. Also, while I'm remembering, I'm just gonna go over here really quick and fill in our plot resetting space here. Okay, there's not even anything over here. This is gonna be so weird. I have never fully chopped down all my trees before. So my town feels incredibly empty and weird. I'm not gonna lie, but I know it's gonna look really good at the end, hopefully. Hi, Jay, you didn't go very far. I wonder if they all stayed up on this side of town. That'd actually be very funny. Let's see, there's another house over here. Doesn't look like he's back here. Okay. Who are we looking for again? Hugh? I think? It's probably down here. Let's see. Not behind this house. It'd be really funny if he was hiding behind the empty plot for Kitty's house. Or Lolly, sorry. I'm gonna get them confused quite often. I can already tell that was Quilson back there I saw. Hiding behind Jay's house? I think this is Jay's house at least. Nope. Okay. I'm gonna assume he's over on my side of the town. No, not hiding back there. There you are. Yikes, Crystal. I can't believe you found me. believe I lost at hide and seek. I'm usually the best at this game. That means you're the reigning hide and seek champ now. So commemorate your win. I'll give you. Oh, thank you. Don't mind if I do. It's not really an item that I want, but I have the Bell Boom ordinance, so we can sell items for quite a lot. Oh goodness. Okay, my inventory is kind of full. Let me go put these roses back. So this is gonna be kind of an obscure reference, but I'm actually kind of liking the town tune as it is, although if you guys definitely have suggestions to make it sound more like the original, do let me know. But the beginning notes of it, I can't get this out of my head, it sounds like the beginning of, I think it's the Howl's Moving Castle theme song from the Studio Ghibli movie. I'm trying to remember the name of the song. I'm gonna remember later. But that's all I can hear. Poor Blathers. We've seen him so often over the last few days. He probably absolutely hates me right now. And I feel kind of bad about it, but at the same time I don't, because I'm mayor, so... Okay, let's see. Do you need these? Okay, he's found something. Not all of them, but something. Oh, only one of them, wow. Raptor torso. Okay. You can have that. I guess we're gonna make a lot of bells today. That's not bad. I really want to pay off our first home loan because then we can, I think, go to the island. I think that's what unlocks it. Although I don't remember if I have to be in town for a certain amount of days. I know that some of the unlockables are, especially I think for the shops, they're asking for like, be in town for X amount of days, spend this amount of bells, blah blah blah. You guys know the gist probably. Our inventory isn't too full. Let's go check these out. I don't think I want any of those, but thank you. Sorry to just pop in and then pop right out, Tommy. So we also have Leaf next door here, and we're gonna be visiting him a lot. Okay, so Sun Cosmos, not what I needed, but I'll take it. At the moment, I'm kind of eyeing violets and lilies because we have only one violet in town and 2 red lilies. There we go, there's another violet. I want to try and get some more of those. I'm also wanting normal saplings and especially cedar saplings because they're a little bit more, I feel like, rare to get maybe. There is an axe there. I think I'm gonna leave it. Having the ability to just invite over Mare Crystal from memory is super handy, so I'm probably gonna take use of that if I ever need to chop anything down. And we have some space. Let's go check if they have any more. I think we're missing something from the Santa outfit. It might just be the shoes, but we don't have kicks yet, so... I do appreciate you coming in so often, but I've just got a ton of work to do. I'm very sorry. That was the first proper word she properly spoke to me, and was friendly about it. I might actually buy these pants. Oh, those aren't what I thought they were, but they're still better than what I'm wearing now. My knees must be freezing. Also, I kind of want to change into that blue shirt as well. It might look a little bit better than what I have going on. I kind of feel like a candy cane. And I know it's the time of year for them, but still. There we go. Only took me a week to change out of my default outfit. That's a little bit better. I'm very blue. I'm very blue. So I already have the Santa outfit. I'm very happy with my cat hood at the moment, so I'm gonna leave it like that. And I don't know if this is kind of a weird thing to wish for, but in New Horizons, I'm kind of hoping they have a cat ears option for an accessory, but it's not like an entire hood. So you can still see your hair, but you just have like cat ears poking out from your hairstyle. I think that'd be kind of cute. I don't know how it would work with like hairstyles with less hair, maybe. It might look kind of funny, but I don't know. Hopes and dreams, right? Hopes and dreams. Let me take a look here. Let me organize this a little bit into what I want to sell, what I don't want to sell. Ooh, you know what? I'm actually gonna drop off this fruit in my storage locker here just because I feel like I'm gonna sell it and I really don't want to. It's nice to have lots of spare fruit around as well anyway. I might also put those flowers there for now. And then the rest is stuff I want to sell, and we gotta find Knox. I completely forgot about that after we beat him at hide and seek. I probably should have spoken to him then. He was right there, but I completely forgot. Okay, so there's Jay. Oh, there you are. Oh, Knox took Pippy's catchphrase of little hair, I think. Oh, don't make me feel bad, bud. Huh? Something I left over at Paula's place. Oh, my rugby tee. I thought I lost it for good, so I just bought a new one. Fine, fine. I'll just take it to retail and sell it for a few bells, maybe. Well, thanks for the help. He didn't actually give me a reward for that. That's weird. Okay. I guess he's not friends enough with me yet. That's fine. Paula's gonna be upset if I tell her, so maybe I just won't. Just say it went well if she ever asks. See, look at how nice it is to be able to run through here. I used to have to, like, dart down here and then continue running because that's where Pippy's house was. Oh god, this beeping. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna sell up everything we have. I think what I also want to do in this town, you guys, is try and get some turnips going, because I wanted to do that with memory really badly, but I end up time traveling so much for memory just because I'm streaming it, and I'm not always able to do what I want to do when I'm currently streaming. So I might end up doing it with this town, but we need to earn a couple more bells first, I think. Okay. So our inventory is clear. What I want to do now, you guys, getting into the meat of today's episode, only 30 minutes in, give or take, is I want to go ahead and put down our first bridge, which is so important. I have no clue how much it's going to cost. I honestly don't remember. We'll see if we have enough to pay it off. Okay, so I already know the process, Isabel. I'm gonna let you say it because I love you, but I think I'm good. There we go. Okay, let's see what we start off with. Cobblestone. Oh, these are expensive. I forgot how expensive they were. I'll have to earn the remainder of those bells off stream, I think. Cobblestone suspension. I'm surprised they cost the same amount. I'm probably honestly just gonna go cobblestone for now. I think I'm gonna eventually switch over to the red brick bridge, but at the moment I'm not too fussed about this. Yellow bench, water well, fountain, which is one of my favorites. We got the park clock, street lamp. You start off with a campsite? Really? Huh. Fence, fire hydrant, and then ones that I don't really like down here. Okay. Well, you know what? Let's put it down. Let's actually make sure it works first. I'll show you guys where I wanted it and why it doesn't work, first off. Isabel's gonna come out for a little bit of a walk with us, I think. Also, reminder, if you guys have any suggestions for this, let me know. I think what I might end up doing if I don't kind of jive with any of the suggestions I get is I might end up filling in the face. So it'll have... you won't be able to see through it, essentially. It won't be the blue behind it, I guess, maybe. So originally, I wanted the bridge somewhere around here. But I ran into issues on both sides. I ran into... I think a rock is over there. I ran into the houses. I ran into this if I go any higher. Just so many issues, so eventually I settled on having the bridge up here. And it's a straight line, it connects all the way, it runs just over the top of the plaza. Thankfully it doesn't hit that pond over there, and it comes out just beside my house, which I'm not the most fond of, but I really, really want these to line up, so this is kind of what we're dealing with. Oh, yeah, that looks about right. There we go. That'll make getting around so much easier because... oh boy. I love the layout of this town, but having to run all the way down and then all the way left or all the way right is a little bit frustrating. Okay, so she's just telling us we can have a total of 3 bridges, which is cool. There we go. How much? I don't have a lot on me right now. I will come back to you, friend. So essentially, this is the path that I have at the moment. It misses 2 rocks, and both of these are real, by the way. And we kind of skirt down, and I don't really like that right there. But unfortunately, there isn't too much we can do about it. And obviously, this is all going to be filled in at some point. I'm also thinking of maybe having a path that comes off the side here and probably runs quite close to the river. And maybe having something in the middle here, whether it be a park or something else, something to kind of connect here. Because, I don't know, I figure the best way to put down paths, and if you guys are struggling with this is what I do, is I first try and connect all of my important buildings, so train station, plaza, town hall, my house. Pretty much. And then I try and either plot reset or connect in villager houses, and then after that, I leave it. I leave it and I'm like, cool, this will work for now. And then I take note of where I run every day, or where I want to run. And that's generally how I do that. This bridge, we're very lucky, is actually in a decent spot. Hi, Wilson. Just came up with a new nickname for you. What is it? Okay, get ready. Oh, you're gonna move out so soon. What do you think? Pretty cool, right? You know what? I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Oh well. It's okay. I was originally thinking of moving the bridge over here. Just so I could have a straight line going up into the train station. But unfortunately, I already had a path plot reset down for the house down here. Oh, thank you, Hugh. And Paula moved in there right away, so... oh well, it's okay. Speaking of moving in, though, why don't we go ahead and scan in our new villager for today, shall we? Okay, so, hello, Canadian ghost. Our next villager is... oh, wait, give me a second. It's gonna be... maybe a bit of a controversial one. This is Stinky. I think his design is fun. Yes, he's silly looking. Yes, he's maybe not like... I don't know, he's not like a pretty cat, but he's like... he's a fun guy, right? I kind of like him. He's gonna be our jock villager. He kind of looks like he's wearing underwear on his head. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure that's intentional. Either way, I love him. I've never had him before. I was excited when I saw that I had his Amiibo card, so he is our next villager. And hopefully you guys are cool with him. I hope. I don't actually know what other jock cat villagers we had. I can't remember off the top of my head, but either way, he's coming up next, and he's gonna ask me who I should move out. No, although she will be moving out eventually. Someone else, though, at the moment. Not Paula. No, very tempting, but no. No. No, still no. Unfortunately, yes. I like Savannah. I had her in one of my very old GameCube towns. She's lovely, but she is right in the middle of a path that is kind of like, I can't change the path. I can't move it around her or anything like that, so it's having to happen. Yeah, I guess that's fine. Savannah is all set to move out tomorrow. Keep it a secret, okay? Oh, I suppose it's back to Lent for me then. Awesome, and we got some more Meow coupons, which is great. Not that I really use them, but I think I might end up selling them for this playthrough since I don't end up using them. Anyways, guys, I think that's gonna have to call it for this episode here. I have no clue how long this is gonna be. I hope it's not too long. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope every Friday is good for you guys, and I hope you enjoy, I guess, the future of this series. I'm gonna put in a shameless plug here. If you guys don't already know, I stream on Twitch every single day. I do stream Animal Crossing content Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday, though, if you would like to check that out. Link is down below. It is a free website for you to join and use. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for being here. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time.